Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Kara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Check Show! Hi,
ahoy,
friends.
Ahoy,
Ahoy,
friends.
hoy. How's it going? Oh, you barely had time to put your hat on.
I know. I didn't even have a time. It's gonna be warm.
It's like another cold one here today. So hi, everybody. How's it going?
I might get glasses so I can see.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Absolutely.
But I got coffee.
Well, there you go. That's the important part. We got slid in with the coffee like right there at the very end. So, hey, how's it going? Hope you're having an most excellent Sunday. I know we are. It's been an interesting weekend. I'll just say that there's lots going on around the studio. The studio's coming to life again, as they say. We've been working on getting our studio back in order and looking good, and so yeah, hopefully we will be returning to building soon. How's it going?
Hi.
Well, like I hope he's come. Just like
Yeah,
I'm playing, waiting. Okay, there we go.
Have these
Good.
glasses. Yes, actually, I was very busy this morning. I went into the Technic graveyard, which is basically, it's a big plastic drawer that for the last 3 years, at least 3 years, I've been putting parts and pieces of Technic mechanics in preparation for this piece we're returning to.
Exactly.
So
Well,
it was great. I had to empty a bag of random gears out of it, but it was great to see design over that long of a period going into a big
indeed
junk drawer.
So how about we say hi to everybody's here?
All right. Hi.
Hi all, and who's in the room wearing, I must say, one of my favorite of his hoodies or his little jackets, king of jackets, Moto. Hi, Moto.
Oop. Hi.
Sorry. There we go. I'm constantly doing that. We're constantly squishing and
Yeah, squishy.
Depending.
That's what you have to do.
How are you today?
I'm good. I've been building, so I'm feeling pretty happy.
Very good. That's always a good place to be. I will be excited again to do it myself. So,
Well, you let me know when it's time for everybody's show and tell, and then I'll.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll pick it up.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, friends? Very good. I am going to from across. Oh no, from the Pacific Northwest.
Pacific Northwest. It's Holly.
Holly.
Good morning.
Hi, Holly.
I was like about to introduce Minifigchick, and then I noticed that her box was empty. So I figured maybe
That actually caught me off guard. I was like mid opening a bag and was like,
I'm so sorry.
What's that bag you're opening?
I'm still working on the lighthouse. This is pretty much my Sunday project for
right on.
probably
Very
a couple of
good.
weeks. Yep.
And so that's what you're working on. That's what you're working on. I've got some of the theater. I've been working on the theater school model. I need to get a little further with that. Maybe I'll work on that a little bit today. And she's back, friends. There she is. It's Minifigchick. Hi, Kara.
Hey.
Hi,
Sorry,
Kara.
I had to go get a pin. I forgot my pin.
Oh, I know. So that's usually what I'm doing while somebody else is showing theirs, is because I realize I forgot and then I run away while the screen's not on me. There, now you know my secret. Jeez. Okay. So, wow. Actually, speaking of pins, why don't we kick off with pins? Are you ready? You're ready, Kara, clearly, because
I'm always ready.
Go get one. All right. Here you go.
So just for fun, I thought I would show this awesome zero pin.
Oh, that's
With
so
little
cute.
Orange. His little orange pumpkin nose and this nice background.
That's adorable. I like that it's 3D.
It looks
Yes.
and it looks large.
Yes. It's layered. Yeah, it's a 2-pin.
The 2-pin deal.
Big
Very good.
king.
Holly, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. There's
All
a
right.
classic. Good old Iron Giant.
Nice.
Oh, that's a very nice one.
Also a 2-pinner because it's kind of heavy, actually. It's a little dense.
Oh, it looks thick.
Yeah, it's thick.
Yeah. Right on. Okay, Moto.
Oh, let's go to another lovely place.
Oh, cool.
Now, which one is that? So your camera's a little chunky right at the moment, so it's hard to see what it is.
Okay, so this is Canyon de Che, or spelled Chelly. I can't pronounce it correctly, but that is Spider Rock. Not because the rock looks like a spider, but because the Spider Queen, who taught basket weaving skills, so allegedly lives at the top.
Wow.
So there you
Interesting.
go.
Very cool.
In her the Spider Queen in her giant mechanical spider
It'd be-
atop the.
Not the monkey kick Spider Queen.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to go and check on her to see.
Yep.
Indeed.
We did
All right, I
not
guess
see her, but we were hoping to get a view.
I think this might be it now.
So, in preparation for my pin, I have to know.
Preparation.
I think the computer told me today that Disneyland was founded in, was it 55? When
sounds about right.
Something like
That
that,
is correct.
1955. So when I got this pin, when I worked at Disneyland,
Uh-huh.
it was the
Yeah.
30th anniversary, right? And
Nice.
it's a lot more than 30 years now. So this is my pin from, I have two of them actually. One has Mickey marching, but it was from 1985 is when I worked there.
Wow.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Oh, I might have. Well, no. So that would have been Disneyland, not Disney World. Never mind.
Yeah, Disney World. I was there for the 15 year because I was in the parade, and the song still haunts me to this day.
So what year do you think that was?
15 year of Disney World.
Yeah, I can't do math.
Probably, yeah, like 85 or 86 or something like
So-
that.
Yeah,
So then
we're
I
almost-
might have been there. Then that's kind of adorable.
I know one day you're just going to dig out a picture like, look, here's a picture of me with some random guy who works at Disney World. Oh, man. All right, and this
Disney
is
World
mine
opened
today.
in 1971, by the way.
Oh, yes.
1971.
I remember watching the commercials because I would go and I would be in Florida every summer with my dad and family there. And I just remember it was all over the news. Like it was all over everything
It's a big deal.
that it was coming. And then I also remember the big, all the big commercials for Space Mountain. Like that was
Oh,
a really
I do
big deal.
remember
It was
Space
like
Mountain
that
opening.
crazy 70s, like upside down coffee filter looking amazing.
Lita.
Yeah. Okay, anyway, here's mine. And it is Chernobog from
Put it over your.
Fantasia.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool one. Have I seen that one?
I showed it
pretty
once a
cool.
long time ago.
Yeah, I don't think I remember that one. That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's a great color. It's like fluorescent pink and blue.
Looks
Or
like it
dark
could have
blue.
been from almost the same era as Richard's.
Yeah, well, we're almost, pardon me, we're almost the same age. Flynn's
Yeah.
a few months younger than me. So we would have been straight out of high school.
Oh my goodness. Let's see. I'm actually putting mine on.
Well, if you want to give people a chance to put their names in the chat for the shout out, I have a sticker to share.
Oh, very
Oh.
good. Yes. Wait, I think we discovered last week that it was important to bring this old chestnut back from the dusty closet. Oh, those were the days. All right. So what do you have for us, Gara? And everybody, yes, this is your opportunity to say hi in the chat. And here we go, Cara.
So right now I am building a display case, a pre-made display case for Steamboat Willie. And this one I got from Wicked Brick in the UK. and you have the option of buying the display case. It's made for Steamboat Willie specifically, and you can get an optional background. So I got the background, and this is a
Very
sticker
cool.
that I now have to put on a piece of acrylic. That
Are you
will be
actually
the
going to
background.
do that? I usually just put them because there's like a back piece of plexi, right? That can actually hold it in place. Yeah.
I'd have
Oh,
to
that's
do
so
some
cool.
altering and cutting because there is a border
And it, it
right
just
around the
adds in
sticker
there
that will
with the-
interfere with it. So yeah, I think I'm putting it down.
Wow. Okay.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Very
That's
pretty
so
black and
cool.
white, just like the cartoon.
You need like a squeegee so you can like carefully put it on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
get
I'm gonna do
Hair
the
out of
the peel and squeegee method so I can get it flat and
Very good.
even.
Yeah, I guess I don't have
There's my
any Wicked brick cases quite that big. I have the smaller ones like for like
Mhm.
minifigs and stuff, and then they also come with things. But I just kind of place it in there, and then the plexi just holds it in place.
Yeah, no, this I'd have to trim it down because it covers the screw holes. So
I think if anyone's up to that task, you are, Cara.
Yeah.
well, I'm gonna try.
So, Oliver, I am the same way. I get anxiety with any sticker. As,
too.
You know,
That's why I just
Yeah,
don't do
this
them
is-
most of the time.
yeah.
This is actually it's a pretty thick sticker, so it's not like it's going to be pretty forgiving. Once it's placed, it'll go down pretty nicely, I think. So
It's
Very
that.
cool.
Yeah,
It's
it's
always
huge.
that moment. Are you parallel with the sides? Is it straight?
Mhm.
So I took my took the one of the Chinese New Year sets to work to build with my coworkers for the Lunar New Year. One of my friends in particular is like from China, so she was all about it this year. So she was building it with us, and it was a Justin Ramsden set. So of course it had like 10 sticker sheets or something. But I didn't take the sticker sheets with me because we only have the lunch hour, and it's it's always kind of like tight trying to cram in a build in an hour, even when we're doing it together. But she was going through the instructions, and she got to the instruction where she said just put the sticker on. And she was looking everywhere for the stickers. I was like, oh no, I didn't bring the stickers. I'm not going to trust anybody else to put those on.
All right. Well, shall we say hello? Let's say hi to everybody in the chat, shall
Nice
we?
to meet
Very
Oh,
nice.
cool.
Who we got with us today? Who is here? We have whoa.
Well, you just made the list go away.
I just made it go away. I don't understand. Here we go. It was there and then it wasn't.
Oh, we've
Fourth
got
World
Fourth
Adam
World
is here.
Adam.
Hello,
Hi.
friend. We haven't seen you in ages. Good to see you. Alexander 23Z. Apples is here from Europe. Hello, friend. Good to see you. We've got Brickaroo Bonsai, David Wilkie, Heather
Heather
Mraz,
Mraz,
Holly,
Holly,
Hooded
Hooded
One,
One.
John Luttrell, and Vicky. Hello. We've got Catherine Harmon. We've got Lego Don is here, Lisa Head, and kicking off the escapades, we've got Marilyn Parmley, Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifigchick, Monica Berry, and Moto. Wow,
and
keep
Mr.
up.
Ellie Daniel.
And Mr. Ellie Daniel. Hello. That was
I was just, there's actually depending on the screen we're looking at, we see a lag, and I was watching Holly demonstrate what she was demonstrating,
I know.
and I thought she was signaling to us that we were.
No, that's like 5 minutes behind,
Yeah,
which
it
is
is.
crazy. Anyway, Oliver is here. Rob
Rob
Zaccardi
Zaccardi
and
and
the
the
Zaccardis.
Zaccardis.
Hello, Lana, Elena, Vanessa. How are you? Yes. Sam Harmon is here too. Hey, Sam. We've got Samuel Annacieto Lego. I hope I said that right. And the Brick Larrikin.
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 And
Hello.
bonsoir to Wilfred.
Wilfred. And of course, hello to Derekino,
Kim.
wherever you may be. All right. Very good. Wow, that was like a whole thing.
Yeah, Holly, I thought you were furtively
Hi, David.
gesturing like there was something wrong, but you were just demonstrating stickers from a moment ago.
No, like what? My stickers?
Well, yeah, you had hand signal, like gestures for what you were talking about 5 minutes ago,
Oh,
and they seemed like you were alarmed that something was up with the chat.
No,
but I
it was-
caught up.
that's just how I
It
talk.
happened in about 5 seconds.
No, it was really weird. So I had YouTube open in another tab in order to register, to get
To see
into
the
the chat,
list,
to see the list, right? And what happened was I went over to that tab, started it up, and the video was like pretty close, like a couple of seconds maybe. And then I came back to this tab and talked for a bit, went back to the other tab, and it was in the same spot, almost like it paused the video while I was away from the tab, which
Probably what it did.
is
There's
really
more
weird.
going on here than it looks like.
Yeah, I know. So much going on.
Always.
So much going on. Speaking of so much going on, okay, so today, we try and be very positive around here, but we do have a subject to talk about today that is a little less than positive, and
Uh-oh.
you may be shocked to hear some of our opinions on this. I doubt it, but you never know.
Oh, spicy takes?
Oh, that's right. I need to make a whole bunch of banners for
The hot takes, yeah.
for hot takes.
Yeah.
So, as I'm no doubt heard, because I know a lot of you do consume Lego media, there was a massive leak of sets across multiple themes and things this week. And it was burning up the internet. Of course, it was a huge topic of conversation on the LAN. And I mean, if you've been watching this show for any time at all, you know that we have stayed away from leaks long before we were RLFM. And
no rumors
it was
around
just,
here.
I mean, like, rumors is one thing, but
We speculate.
Yeah, we can speculate.
We speculate, but I really
But we don't spoil. We speculate, but we don't spoil.
That's
Exactly.
the thing. No spoilers, right? Because it's supposed to be fun.
right.
And also because Lego and the designers work really, really hard, and we might as well let them tell their story when and how they want to tell it.
Right. So, I mean, this is definitely a subject we've touched on before, but I think it's particularly relevant today, given everything that kind of happened. I don't know. It seems, I don't know. And for me, everybody seems to want to jump on Lego. How could you let this happen? And it's sort of more like it's bad actors outside who are doing this. It's not, it's not something that I think that you can blame the company for. I mean, that's a subject we can get into, but I personally saw that they happened and did not seek anything out other than knowing that it happened, just because I don't want to know. I want to be surprised, and I want to and I want the designers to have their moment and to, have their time. I mean, Holly, I know that like you work in an industry that is rife with spoilers and leaks and all that sort of stuff. So what's your take on it, just from sort of an artistic point of view, from like an artist point of view? Like, how do you feel when, and I don't know if it's happened to you, but something that you've worked on, shows up in the wild somewhere and kind of ruins the reveal or whatever?
Yeah, for sure. No, it definitely, it's a spoiler. It's exactly what it is. Like you said, a lot of people put a lot of time and effort and work and research and all of that into the best way to kind of like present all this work and art and creative energy that people have put into something, how best to deliver it to the world so it gets the reception that it deserves. So anytime there's a leak, I guess I can see both sides of it, right? Because it does kind of stir up some excitement and some buzz. And so some people think, sometimes these leaks are intentional, depending on what it is, if it's the new hot game or whatever. So there's always like some debate about, it was just a marketing strategy. People leaked it on purpose. And I think maybe sometimes that happens. I know in some cases, in ours, Definitely not. Definitely not. Because of all the potential for leaks, it creates chaos. Like in my line of work, there's so many things that are like heavily locked down. It makes my life hard just because of a few annoying people. So that's a bummer. But yeah, no, I'm not. Depending on what it is, I guess, depending on how significant the leak is and the timing and all of that. Like, I mean, we've seen for films that I've worked on, you know, they take several years of production, and I've seen like entire scripts, you know, put out there, or people have, you know, gone on to Reddit and like disgruntled employees, you know, that have been let go, that go on there and say, oh, they're working on this and here's the script, you can read, you know, you can read it online here. And it's like, yeah, but you're not, that's not it. Like, that's not what you're gonna, that's not the full experience that you're gonna get if you go and like watch it in a movie theater. So I don't know. Some people may think Lego leaks don't really bother because it's or aren't a big deal, because again, it's not the full experience just to see a product that's coming down the line that's different than actually getting in and building it and seeing what that's like. So it's not cool. It's not, you know, it just takes away a lot of that that credit, and you know, that's due to the people who are, you know, it's whose job it is to like I said, present that to the world. So just don't do it.
Right.
Okay.
Well, and also too, I think from a sort of it's like corporate standpoint, or just even not corporate, like I always try, when I talk about leaks and stuff like that, try to get like below the corporate level to the base line of like the artists and the people who are working on it. And also too, there are people who get paid a lot of money and work really, really hard to create a launch presentation. And to have this, like, to have the rug yanked out from under them like that is like a waste of a huge amount of work.
Well, you can, depending on how they plan to reveal a set, you can show just the eyes of the minifig, you know, peeking out, and build anticipation and start telling that story.
Oh yeah, teasers are a completely different thing than spoilers, right? Yeah.
Well, I just mean, if there's a spoiler, it sort of breaks apart all of that anticipation that you
and we've seen
create
that happen. Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, I mean, we've seen exactly that, where like we know people that are working on, we've seen their Instagram posts where they're starting to tease something out, and then the next Instagram post is some crappy blurry image of the whole thing, and it's like, come on, that's a spoiler, just don't spoil it, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, and the other thing too, and this is not me like blaming anyone, like everybody, you know, does what they're going to do.
People
but I
get
feel
excited.
like, what's that?
I said people get excited, you know?
Well, I understand. So I understand being excited about something, but really, would it, like, what difference would it have made if you found out about it 3 weeks from now or now?
I think the big thing is there's just some sort of like bragging rights involved with like, I saw it first, you know?
Oh, so basically the internet from the very first person whoever commented first on a YouTube video.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
So I'm curious, Moto, I know like the line of work you're in, like that's not really a thing, right? Like or is it?
Oh yeah.
Data leaks? Yeah.
Oh sure. I mean that kind of. I just meant like
fundamental at its core. If we find a day zero compromise, we're gonna have someone plug it first before we announce that we found it.
Right. Well, I guess what I'm talking about is I guess I was specifically thinking more in terms of like a new product coming out.
Well, that's a different perspective though, because you know the company,
you're right.
Company
That's a big
does.
deal. That's a big
Company
deal.
has the responsibility.
If we've been building, especially with threat intelligence, this machine learning research against threats, if you improve that AI model and you have a distinct advantage, you're going to keep that in wraps. You're not just going to throw it out there. It does come out, but it does come out in, I guess, in waves. I mean, if you're in an industry, you can kind of, researchers talk to each other. So if you're in any intense field and you're looking at the research, you kind of know where things are going to go. You just don't know when they're happening, when someone will finally fix it for good or solve it for good.
So do you think
Lego?
Do you think Lego has some sort of intelligence, if you will, in place to know like what the likeliness is of their stuff being leaks?
No, I was saying for our industry with threat
Okay.
intelligence, just like any research topic, there are people who are doing, research for RSA or Black Hat Convention or looking at the latest compromises, and they're aware of the trends,
Mm.
and that's just part of any kind of cyber battlefield that you're on. But no, you won't know if someone's really like if you were able to find a way to get the master key of some of the like encryption things where they hold your data hostage once it gets encrypted, like an encryption bot, you have to pay for it. A lot of those algorithms have master keys that are held by the evil person that designed them. But if you find that key and unlock everything, that's pretty big stuff. So there are certain things, even in any industry, where you have to.
How
be very
how likely do you think it is that Lego is under like cyber attacks?
Well, I wouldn't know. That's up to them.
Seems
I
like they would actually be a pretty big target to me because it's a.
Yeah, and now you're talking about corporate espionage, not like leaks.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man, this is gonna turn corporate espionage.
Well, there
I
are-
bet that they deal with that though because they're the number one toy company in the world. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. They have a lot of data on lockdown, right? They're very secretive. It's a Willy Wonka style operation. Like I bet they come under attack quite a lot.
yeah,
I bet
the only
there's
thing
lots
that
of
makes me think that
copies, right?
Lego is a little different is every Lego set is still comprised of Lego elements, and those elements are only in a high quality if you buy them from Lego. Because
Right.
I don't know about you, but I've tried knockoff brick before, and it just doesn't clutch or it has problems. And
They're always
This, that,
they're
and the
getting
other.
closer though. They're getting
Yeah.
closer. Yeah.
yeah, but my point is, you couldn't do like corporate espionage on a Lego set and convert it into like a Hasbro action figure. They're two very different things.
But I do
Or-
wonder like
Yeah.
how where do these data leaks come from? Like we don't know that it isn't corporate espionage. We don't know that there aren't people able to get these these
To
images
use,
or
to use
Yeah.
a hack to get access for leaks seems like a lot of work and exposure. But
We just saw a documentary. I think it's what was it called? The Pez.
Oh, that thing about the Pez guy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
there-
was crazy.
So collecting Pez dispensers is a thing, and people
Yeah,
are very dedicated to it in a
Mhm.
huge way. To where one of the women in the show was interviewed as saying she paid $11,000 for a Pez
For
dispenser.
one Pez
Yeah, I
dispenser.
believe it.
Right?
I
And
believe
so
it.
there was this guy who was the documentary is about him, and I won't go into great detail other than to say that he found connections to the factory in Slovenia and would go there and get things, and he flooded the collector's market with these, you can't get them in the US Pez dispensers.
You should definitely check out
It's fascinating.
especially as somebody, as people, a group we are who are collectors. Like it's a pretty fascinating little look into that kind of thing.
You know who I should have bring as a guest on the show?
Yes.
Who's that?
I think Billy would be an interesting guest on the
Yeah,
show.
if he wants to come on, we'd love to have him. That'd be awesome.
We were just hanging out with him last night, and
Well,
talked all
so-
kinds of stuff.
And we don't have to stick on this too long. I mean, it is something because there's only so much leaks bad you can say before it gets boring.
Mhm.
But I will say this, that and I say this to everybody. I say this to people who post them and also people who consume them, is that it's also a very dangerous thing to do for those IP properties that you love.
Mhm.
Because if, let's say, Nintendo, Disney, Marvel, whoever, things get leaked too many times, they'll be like, you know what, Lego, thanks anyway, but you clearly can't keep your
Right.
stuff secret, so we're not going to work with you anymore.
And then no one has it.
And then nobody has it. Like, it's literally damaging Lego's reputation with other companies because it seems like they can't keep a lid on it. And,
So I actually, speaking of bad players,
Yeah, it is not.
so I did look at a couple of the leaks because I am personally very excited and hopeful about one of them. I'm not going to talk about it, but beyond that, but the little article said that The leaks for one group or theme or something came from a person who had attended like a focus group for Lego.
Mm-hmm.
So they would have had
Oh.
to sign an NDA,
Mm.
but they took pictures and they distributed them. And
Ah,
that's just
no.
not right.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Spy.
So they violated an NDA, and if they could figure out who it is, they could actually get sued.
Oh yeah.
And I
oh,
would
right.
say,
Well, I mean,
you
like
know,
that's
good
the thing.
riddance,
And
but
there's a reason
be a
for
bad
all this
person.
stuff. And I don't know. There's, let me see. Well, here, okay. So this one says, he says, as recognized Lego media, do you know about future sets way ahead of time? If so, leaks are inevitable. That
Yep.
and the retailers' catalogs. So yes, we do know about things ahead of time. But have you ever heard us like say anything about any of them?
Nope.
That's the thing. I'm like, I don't know if you can say inevitable. I mean, I guess you can say inevitable because inevitably there are going to be awful people.
Yeah,
But-
that's exactly it.
But it's not the majority. The majority of people on the land are really, really well behaved.
well, and
right?
yes. So there's I don't know. There's so much to the conversation. I mean, I would say inevitable, yes, because they're awful people, but not inevitable as in, like, I don't know. I look at stuff like that sometimes and I go, am I really just willing to shrug my shoulders and go, oh, well, there's just bad people? I'm like, I can still say that I think it's wrong.
I think it's
Yeah,
important that
wrong.
people understand that there are consequences.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's that. Enough grousing for today. But that was, that had really, it was a huge thing this week. And I know that, like, at least, from my visibility at the LAN, and of course now with us all knowing so many people, like personally, who work at Lego and are designers and work there, it makes
And
it
that's probably why we're so touchy about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it brings it closer to home. I mean, I was already not on board with them having worked in the video game industry and having things like that happen. And I think with video games and movies, it's even more difficult because sometimes the things that are being leaked are things that are so early on in development that they might not even exist in the final product.
And same thing with Lego. It's the same thing. You could see something in an early leak of Lego that's not the final product.
Right.
Well, we spoke with Ilya, right, who designed the Queen whatever set, and said that they worked on ideas all the way up until production, and then had them get put off to the side. Like they would go really, really far on one idea and then have it change direction.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking up. I'm speaking of when you said Lego ideas, right? As I was looking up a Lego ideas thing, I saw this week too that a bunch of new things reached the 10,000 votes mark. Like I saw, I think 4 or 5 this week. And I'm trying to remember what they were. So let's.
I know they were that memorable.
Well, I mean, it was just that. I pay. I usually only pay attention to it when it's towards the end and we have the big collection of them.
Yeah.
So that's just but let me see if I can get. Yeah, they've changed everything around here in the old.
Well, while Flynn looks for that, I'll show you. I went through that drawer of things that are going to become part of our upcoming piece, and I found that I had put aside 2 of these lovely dragons, and they didn't have their wings until today. I used Google Lens on it, and it said that the wings were going to be there. So I'm pretty psyched about these. They're definitely.
I have a segue if it's time for my show and tell.
Yeah, do you want to
That
show and
sounds
tell while
great.
I get this Lego Ideas business going?
Let me know when you're ready.
Okay,
We're ready.
hang on one. No, we're not. Hold
Oh,
on
we're
one
not
second. Okay.
Well, I've been working on a dragon as well.
Oh, wow.
You made so much progress.
That's looking incredible. Wow, Moto.
So I'm
Holy-
digging it now.
Wowzy, wow.
Very
That's
cool.
really gorgeous.
What are those? How are those claws done? The talons.
Which ones?
Let's say the front ones.
Oh, this piece?
Yeah.
Or sorry.
Yeah.
Those
just
are
the
those
way
are a
the leg
Batman
and
grappling
arm-
hook. It only came in one set, and I lug bulked it, so I have I don't know how many years ago, but yeah, I've got quite a bit of those grappling hooks, silver grappling hooks, and they have
Well,
a bar, so they go right into the receptacle.
I think the color work on it is great too. Will this be all exposed in the final piece? Are we going to see structure, or are you covering some of that up?
I'm trying to make it more look like the head, where it's just chunks of armor, but I don't want to cover up the whole frame.
Oh, the frame is beautiful.
Yeah, I've been told it's kind of got a steampunky look to it, which is fine
I think
by me.
so. Sure.
Yeah, definitely. I could read those some of those round plates as gears. Looks
Yep.
like some gears and chains.
Yeah, gears and chains and bits and bobs and
Yeah, and then the tubes, the flexi tubes there are sort of like piping. And I think you see a lot of times for steampunk, you see only gears. And I think for steampunk, there's got to be a way to transport steam, right?
Mhm.
So having those
Yeah.
pipes is really cool.
yeah. The bummer part is now I figured out I need to line the interior with bits, so I'm going to have to crack this apart very gently this afternoon and start working things into the middle.
Do you photograph before you do that, or do you just dive right in and take it apart?
I mean, I take pictures with the cell phone.
Yeah,
to
that's what I do.
save my progress. But yeah, this thing I'm digging it. It's looking pretty good.
That's really
Great.
cool. Do you imagine it being displayed in an environment or as a standalone sculpture piece?
I don't know. I just want to get it done first. So I'll figure it out. That's my usual take on things. Usually, once I get done with the model, I'm sick of it. I fought with it too much, and I just stop. But we'll see.
Well, this is another example of a piece that's not stud based, a piece by you that's
Oh, yeah.
not stud based, and it's basically swooshable and a standalone object. It doesn't require being attached to a base.
Yeah, I'll. There we go. That's a better way to look at it.
Wow. Incredible.
There you go.
The proportions are really lovely.
Yeah, until I put the once I put the flex tube on, then I think it kind of insinuated the shape of it. So, yeah, I'm digging this. I'll keep working on it. This will go to Chicago.
Yay.
Cool. Yay,
Well,
Chicago.
I
You
know
guys will see it.
Chicago is shaping up to be a good one this year.
Yep.
I mean, it's always a good one, I think, but
Yeah, so
this will be
anyone's
our
going to
first
Brickworld
time.
Chicago, I will see you there. This will be there.
Yes, and we will be there. So if you're going to Brickworld Chicago, we will be doing some kind of Tricky Lug meetup thing while we're there for sure. Okay,
Groovy.
so I've got. Does anybody know? I should know this, and I just don't. Is there a way to filter just the things, like search and filter just the things that have support, have the 10,000 support?
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't hardly go on there.
Yeah, there's.
sure
I think
Hollywood
it
will.
literally says like, yeah, it's actually like has support or something like that.
So here you go. Here's one of them. I was kind of wondering how long it would take and why it hadn't happened already, and maybe it does. I've actually never seen the movie.
Okay.
Any of
Movies, plural. Movies.
Or read the
Movies,
book.
Multiples.
Too much. So
That's fairly,
yeah,
that's a great representation. I don't think the IP would work, but
Okay, achieved support is the one. So under project phase, it's achieved support.
okay. So if I just go to the main first page of the website and then now what?
Then you go to product ideas, explore product ideas under collection.
Wait, where's this?
Their website is so bad; it's never gonna get better.
Here, you know what? I'm just gonna take this off of here while I'm doing it.
I think you need the hamburger menu.
So bad. I
To
yell
open
at
it
them
up.
about this every chance I get. It's just the UI is terrible. Okay, so under Lego ideas on the main page, up at the top it says explore,
Yep, got it. Product
and then you
idea.
go to product ideas,
Okay.
Oh, there's most supported. I saw that.
And then under support, there's a little drop down support, or not that one. Sorry, project phase. Do you see project phase?
I see staff picks most supported. Actually, you know what, Holly? You can actually share your
Can I
screen.
really? Okay.
So instead of Grandpa here trying to like fuss around with finding it, you could do yours.
Oh, we've got a teaser from Fourth World Adam. Flynn and Richard, check your P.O. box this week, by the
Okay,
way.
well, we will do that.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I can't. It's a stupid like Mac security thing, and I'd have to close out, and it's a whole thing.
Oh my goodness,
So, I
y'all.
know.
Okay, well,
I'm not prepared to do that.
that's
I
okay.
could.
I'm
I
just
just have
gonna-
to. I just have to like leave and come back because it won't let me do it without quitting Chrome.
Yeah, just sort by most supported.
You don't see that. You don't have because as sort by, then it has project phase, theme, support, IP. You don't see those options.
Nope.
They're on a
Under-
mobile version because they've collapsed their window really small. So I'm saying they probably have to go through the hamburger menu
Maybe.
or something.
Yeah.
What is a hamburger menu?
The three
It's
lines.
the 3 bars.
Oh, got it.
Three,
Wow, I
yeah,
learned
3,
a thing.
yeah, 3 dots is a kebab.
Okay, I think I see where I might be able to do it.
I
here.
can share my
Anyway.
screen. I just pulled it up.
Oh,
Okay.
Queen of Links has linked us to.
If I can figure out how to share my screen, where is it? Let's see here.
It's down at
It
the
won't
bottom.
won't let me do it.
I know.
Yeah, I
Welcome
can't-
to the stream where we figure out how to use the internet.
Is
Well, I sent you a picture of my screen. I texted you a picture of my screen, what it looks like. So if yours doesn't look like that, I can't help you.
Tell you what, I'm just gonna put the link here in our private chat.
Okay.
Go to the link.
Thank you.
There you go.
magic. Queen of Links, thank you.
How many
There we
Lego
go. Thank you.
people does it take?
I know. To get one link. All right. Oh,
Have we gotten to
dear.
the bottom of the Tootsie Roll Pop yet?
Well,
1, 2, 3, crunch.
oh,
Well,
yeah,
I can tell you in a quick scroll which ones are definitely not going to happen.
well, now we can discuss
Yeah.
that.
yeah,
We
yeah.
can see what we think about that. So let me just get this there.
It's too soon though. We have to wait until they're all tallied.
Okay. So here are the ones that have made it in the last couple of days. So there was the one that we just looked at. There's the Shrek one. Shrek Swamp.
It's always so tough without like a special mold.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would think that a Shrek would be a big fig.
Yeah, exactly.
I would think.
Well, that's
Mhm.
that's probably what they'd mess around with if they could get the IP permission for it.
Okay.
Oh,
but-
the green lady face is awesome.
and then there's also Where's Waldo / Where's Wally? I guess he's Wally somewhere, like in other
Mhm.
countries.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yep.
Got it. Sorry, I'm doing my best here. I'm trying to get this all sort of in one place, but it's not doing very well. But anyway, there's that one. And then we got a... No, go back.
Or you could just scroll.
Oh, this one is my
Whoa.
favorite.
Lovely.
Beautiful.
This one is my favorite of the week. Like when I saw this, I was like, oh, I want that to happen.
Yeah, I think a lot of people want that sort of this building technique style, this illustrative method.
Yeah.
Last one got in trouble because they borrowed building solutions from older folks, but this one is, I think, went through clean and won't have those problems.
Yeah, it's really
It's
this one's just so
lovely.
beautiful. Well, and it's it's not too far off from something like the Starry Night set.
Yeah,
in
it's
or-
very conceptual because they got a lot of parts that don't exist in certain colors, and yeah, the building techniques and stuff. But yeah, like they could definitely take from that concept and do something quite a bit
I mean,
different.
this one just, it smells like an idea set to me because
Yeah.
this is a method of color building with shape representation with silhouettes, like a shadow box that, could be done over and over and over and over and over with a lot of different themes. But so I could see this really being accepted because it just smells like an idea, right? It smells like a
Mhm.
different way of building.
And also,
coral.
yes, coral. Coral will be had. Okay, so we're gonna take a break from this for just a quick minute.
For a pause, you might say.
For a pause, you might
man.
say.
Not ready.
Mhm.
A pause that refreshes. That's right, everybody. It's Logan cookie time. He always insists on helping.
He's trying to type. Say hi, Logan. Say hi to everyone.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
bounced
what?
right out of his mouth.
All right.
That was his, no, that was his Skittles impression. Here you go.
Oh God.
Yay!
Wednesday.
Turn around.
Boy. And for the sound of happiness.
An earthquake. Good boy, Logan. And now Skittles with the weather. Oop. There we go.
I thought she wasn't ready, and then she was waiting at the door, so more ready than I was.
He knows.
You ready? Let's make sure you can see. Can you see? I know you can. Okay. Nope. Okay, don't eat any of my Lego. Put you over. There you go.
Well, don't throw 1x1 bricks at her.
Ready? Come on. No. You gotta catch it. Don't wait for it to land. Come on. That one hit you in the mouth.
An endless source of amusement.
This will never not be funny.
I know. All right,
Save
friends.
that one for later.
That has been Logan
Oh, and
Cookie
Splishy
time.
and Splashy too.
Oh, and Splishy and Splashy are here.
Gotta pet your water.
Another constant source of amusement.
They're just chilling.
And
Just chilling.
that, that has been Logan Cookie. Oh dear. All right.
Worst. Absolutely the worst.
Well,
Is she picking up
Splash.
all this from the floor now?
Slash best.
all right. Oh my goodness. Okay. So
All
let's
right,
head
just go
on.
back and check out Wilfred's comment.
Oh, about Where's Waldo? That one?
No, and that's why there will never be no leak ever on Tricky Bricks because we can't access them online.
It's true.
You're not
it's
wrong.
funny because it's true. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. All right. So this whale thing, I think, is all a big thumbs up from all of us.
Yeah.
There's the Shrek again. Oh, we can actually see a
Is
little
that
bit.
another
It's
Shrek?
a different Shrek.
Oh, it's a different Shrek.
Second
Oh,
Shrek.
there's
Shreks.
Oh, that's the worst. Oh.
What do you mean?
Oh, I always feel bad, it's like when two of the same movie comes out at the, or the same type of movie comes out at the same time. It's like,
Like when you show up wearing an awesome, innovative dress and
Yes.
you see it right in front of you.
Well,
Yeah,
see,
it's-
well, they
you
are
can't-
two very different styles. I will say that, but they do include a lot of the same things.
yeah, you can't not compare them, right?
Yeah.
Like you're up against each other and you can only pick one. So like that's already like hurts your chances right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that lime green is great. for the
Oh,
skin.
what?
Wow, now this feels like ideas to me.
Yeah, this smells like ideas as well.
I did one of these a while back. I never submitted it, but this was one of the projects I worked on for a bit. But that is exactly the issue. There's not really enough trans plates in existence to. Of course, it would be like a recolor. You'd have to.
Yeah,
Right.
but it could exist today, and one would argue they're not going to make LED bulbs to plug into the base and all that.
That's
Still,
sweet.
it's pretty cool.
It's really beautiful design. I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of those like, if you didn't look close up, you wouldn't know it was Lego type of
Mhm.
things. You know? Ugh.
Yeah, I wanted to build one of these for myself, just like for my room, but yeah, I couldn't come up with enough parts that were already in existence to actually build one, so that was problematic.
Well, Lego has done various little light bricks and fiber optics and all over the years, but
I don't
never anything this bright.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Gorgeous. Oh, I love stuff like this. Oh my goodness.
We have like the Conservatory of Flowers in Golden Gate Park, right?
Yeah, botanical garden. Now, just right off, this makes me think Bricklink designer program.
Yeah.
It's
Sure.
got
Yep.
that feeling to it of the other stuff that they've chosen, right? Oh yeah, and this was one that just happened recently as well. Yeah, all of these have just achieved within the last couple of weeks. I love the color scheme here. I will say that. It's really cute. But we should probably save this until we are until we do our review at the end. But I did want to say, like, I was just noting that we got, I believe it was the lamp, both Shreks, the whale, and the where's Waldo, Charlie.
Godzilla just recently got in. Didn't Godzilla just get in recently?
What was it?
Godzilla.
Oh, Godzilla! I didn't see them on here. Let me see if I see.
Oh, you're cutting out, Moto.
Mr. Roboto.
You will be assimilated.
Let me see.
Hmm.
I'm not seeing it right off the bat, but I'm just so otherwise there's a Stargate one that made the cut, Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Beehive, Sea Turtle.
Yeah, and another
2 Stargates.
As I think Oliver pointed out, 2 Stargates and 2 Shreks.
Yep, 2 Stargates, 2 Shreks.
Okay.
All right. Well, like I said, we'll be looking at these when they once they get closer. Yeah, there is a Lego Godzilla, but it's kind of further down on the list, Moto. Like, I don't know how long ago it reached it, but
all right.
That's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. Very, very
That
cool.
looks like Godzilla from the newer movie, more than like the original guy in the suit Godzilla.
Oh, the guy in the suit Godzilla was the best.
And Godzuki.
Oh yes. Well, if you ever get a chance to watch that, Destroy All Monsters, that one's really great. They go to Monster Island, like it's a whole thing, and amazing. Oh my goodness. Well, I am excited for some of those things that I saw. I would like to see. I love that botanical garden set, and I think it's now. From what I've been noticing, is the stuff that ends up going to Bricklink Designer Program is really expensive.
Yep.
Like really, really expensive.
Probably because they're making those things in less quantity.
Sure, they're less quantity, and I think they have to source the bricks differently. I think, and there's like a whole different pipeline, as they say.
Which is kind of interesting because you would think the trade-off is that they don't have the designers working on them, so you would think that would save a few bucks, but it doesn't seem to.
No
way.
I mean, they're really nice. I love that that one. I think it's part of it now, which is that real Art Deco train station with like the glass roof and all that stuff.
Yeah,
really, really cool. Fourth World Adam. Yes, I was wondering a mini set with Mothra, Goodwill, and Ghidorah. It's a landscape. I'm like, Goodwill, huh? So they're going.
Wait, Goodwill, is that
They're going thrift shopping.
Godzilla?
Very good. Or maybe it's Godzilla, Mothra, and Ghidorah attacking the Goodwill. Maybe that's that.
I
There
was
you go.
always a fan of Gamera. Wasn't that the turtle that spun around with jets coming out?
Yes, Mm-hmm. He was pretty awesome. Well, and that's the one. No,
do not understand.
which one's the one with the tiny princesses? Is that Mothra, or is that Gamera?
I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
I don't either.
There's one.
Wait, no, you haven't seen any of the. You haven't seen like the original, like Mothra, Gamera, like all that. Oh, one of them, and I can't remember which one it is now, has like these 2 tiny princesses
who can fly,
who fly around with. It's amazing. I can't believe you haven't heard.
They're
of them.
really good movies. It's worth.
I've heard of them, but I've never seen them.
Yeah, they're pretty amazing. And Mechagodzilla.
I've seen maybe 3, I think, but not the ones you're talking about.
Is it Gamera?
They're super.
Now I want to find out.
They're some of the most G-rated monster movies ever.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
I think it's
super-
Mothra because nothing's coming up under Gamera.
I'm going to make David Wilkie feel really bad by getting out of the way and just pointing at that.
Okay, wait now. This is so it's Mothra that has the 2 tiny princesses.
Oh, I didn't know Mothra had princesses inside.
Yeah, it's weird. Like they are 1961 film Mothra. Here, I'm going to show you. Let me see if I can get.
I don't know how we got here, but we got here.
We did. Well, by
It's usually where we land.
Godzilla's idea set.
I mean, come on. Like you're gonna.
Okay.
So that's them. Oh wait, no, that's
Not really. I mean, I'm
that's
looking at all
them.
you. Okay.
Oh. You guys, I messed up something so far. This is like the worst trying to
Oh,
build.
no.
And I love this picture of them. So amazing. Yeah, again, you need to check out Mothra for the tiny princess action. They're amazing.
So, do you need to
So
unbuild,
bizarre.
Holly?
Oh yeah, I just had to do a bunch of unbuilding.
Oh,
Yeah, I missed
Hey, at
one
least
very, very critical step.
Is it Technic?
Yes.
I was just about to say that unbuilding Technic is significantly more difficult than unbuilding regular bricks.
Those two pins were actually important.
Flynn and I are on 2 sides of the notion here that with our big mechanical piece that we were working on 3 years ago,
Yeah.
that I'm of the opinion we should reassemble it brick for brick next to the current piece, so that we can do version 2.0 of the mechanics. And he is where I'm usually at. He doesn't want to unbuild at all.
Well, not at all. I know, okay, so here's the problem. We started this piece prior to being invited to the Lego house and prior to getting on Lego Masters. So it got set aside for quite a while. And, we showed you last time it was very dusty. We got the dust off of it and then got into it and realized that, because, we were only a third of the way through, if that.
Oh, maybe okay, a third is
Generous.
we were a third of the way.
Oh, yeah,
through,
design
but we
wise.
had a long way to go.
Anyway, some of it got left. Like we ran into some technical difficulties that we were planning on addressing, and so we partially took it apart to then address those things. And now, 3 years later, it's like picking up a video game after you haven't played it in a while.
Yeah.
You're like, where in the story am I? Where am I supposed to go?
Yep.
So we basically have no idea what some of the things are even supposed to do. So we're gonna have to. It's gonna be an interesting.
I think, in a certain sense, and I don't mean like life-saving bravery, but maybe design and art bravery. You just got to be bold. You got to be brave about it and dive right in, and you'll find your way out. But in a Technic set, it's so hard when it's like 100 steps ago.
Believe it. Yeah, I think I've recovered.
Oh, good. Well, that was fast.
That was fast. Plus, in the Technic sets, the little axles and the pins, there's always extras.
Yep.
So you never know if they were important or
That's
not.
exactly right. I had a couple of extra pins left over, and I totally bought it. That I guess you would have a couple left over. That's fair. But man, yeah, those were needed. And it's this is like the hardest thing to be building while I'm chatting, because on top of it having a Technic kind of infrastructure, like each side kind of looks similar, so you have to make sure you're looking at it the right way.
Turned properly, right.
Yeah, and just I'm so distracted, of course. I just wasn't paying close enough attention. I missed one very
It's the
critical
Trick Your Bricks Belt and Scrap show.
Yeah.
Speaking of building and chatting, friends, next week is our big build along with us show. So we are going to be collectively building, very, very good, thank you, Moto, the 3-in-1 Creator Birdhouse, which I'm super excited about. and we're each gonna pick one of the 3 builds to build. Move over, Vanna White. It's Moto. So now it's about a $30 set, I believe. So now's your opportunity if you want to build along with us next week to go ahead and grab a copy.
And right there, you can see it's for ages 8+. So you'll see what kind of trouble we get ourselves in trying to build live.
Yeah,
on the show.
exactly.
I actually ordered mine on Lego.com, so hopefully it gets here in time.
Mom, hi, Mom. Mom says, I absolutely don't know a thing you're talking about, but stopping in to say, hey, you know what? Neither do we. It's totally okay.
Good company.
Well, 8-year-olds must be more technically apt than I'm customarily think, because those Creator 3-in-1s are pretty complex builds, aren't they? So for an 8-year-old, I mean, what do you think,
complex,
Holly
I
and
don't
Moto, with having had 8-year-olds?
You go first, Moto, because I've had 2 of them.
No, I don't think it tripped him up, but he's always built beyond his age range. I think the difference is it doesn't go as fast because the bags aren't numbered.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
True.
Yeah, the bags aren't numbered.
The trick with 3-in-1s is they have no numbered bags, so you have to pour everything out in order to start the build, and so there's more searching.
Mm-hmm.
I think for the part than you would in a normal bag by bag progression.
Sure.
But no, I don't think he ever found the 3-in-1 confusing. You know what was really confusing to him is when he got done, he said, "How do I build the second one now? There's no parts left." And I was like, "Because
Yep.
know,
Now you take it apart.
they don't."
It says that it has 2 numbered bags. The
Oh,
bird
wow,
bag.
okay.
So well, that's good.
Yeah.
I know there have been some though that didn't have any bag numbers and just like.
Yeah, I was used to them not having numbers. I guess maybe this one's different, but yeah, cool.
Depending
Yeah,
on which
you
one
don't.
you build from, right?
Yeah, Rob says Lana never had an issue building any sets, even 18+.
Oh, sweet.
So there you go.
Well, Mr.
Yeah.
Miyako does have problems with Technic sets, but it's only because his fingers aren't strong enough.
Yes.
Yeah.
Same with
So
my
it
son.
was a finger strength problem where he couldn't,
Mhm.
after a while, his fingers just weren't strong enough to set a lot of the multiple pin connections, but he understood where it was supposed to go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that was something I ran into a lot when I was working in schools teaching Lego STEM stuff, was that I'd often have a wide range of ages of students, sometimes like as wide a range as like K through 4th grade, all in the same class.
Yeah.
And to do something that was complicated enough to entertain the older kids, but then easy enough for the younger kids. And it wasn't that the younger kids couldn't wrap their heads around how to do it. They totally could. They just didn't have the manual dexterity to be able to, do it in the short amount of time that we had in classes.
Well, setting
So-
axles, you were doing lots of mechanics and
Yeah.
like pullback cars and all that, and setting the axles can be pretty tough, right?
Yeah, pushing axles through anything that required like a lot of strength to push through, it would sometimes be, difficult for them.
Yeah, it's hard for me too. Sometimes I have to like push things like against the table or something to get
Right.
Mhm. Yeah. Which I've showed Vincent, like my daughter doesn't really build so much, but I've shown that trick to Vincent, how to, he's like, how'd you do that? And so I show him like just pushing it through or using the brick, how to use the brick separator to get parts
Yep.
out and things like that.
Right.
Audrey's strength issues we found are with mosaics, because that's kind of what she's into right now. And after, doing a few of those panels, she starts complaining that her thumb's getting a little numb.
Right.
You can use a thimble,
Yeah, that's what I should get her. Get her some little
Lego thimble.
Or one of those, these are those little rubber fingertip things that you can get for pressing buttons repeatedly.
Yeah, but it's funny. Like Vincent has never been a instruction follower. Never. Like he just doesn't have the attention span for it. He only gets a few pages into something. He thinks he wants to. He likes the idea of it, but he just gets so many pages in, and then he just starts deviating, and he starts seeing other parts on the table and decides that actually it'd be much cooler if he incorporates this half-built thing into something else, and that's cool. We encourage that. So
That is a completely legit way.
yeah.
I know I've seen at your house some pretty complex Minecraft kits put together.
Yeah.
Do you work together with him on that?
I built him the one big one that he has, the like mountain one was one that I built for him like when he was 6 maybe, and it was a similar thing where he had built kind of like part of it himself, and I could tell there was just no way he was going to finish it, but it had so many cool features, like functional features and stuff in it. I knew he would appreciate if it was built as the kit, and he would play with it, and then he could build all this. The idea was he would build all the smaller ones to kind of make his little Minecraft world.
Cool.
So he has kept most of that one together, but some of the smaller ones are just like exactly that. They're just kind of half built to the instructions, and then the rest of it is just stuff he's thrown together.
Which is, of course, you know, part of the wonder of Lego, the fact that you can do that. You can't, you know, with Barbie's Malibu, you know, Dream House.
Yeah.
There was one way to put it together, and you got it right or wrong, and it wasn't.
Well, unless you had firecrackers or flame or scissors or other tools, yes.
If you wanted the elevator to go from the bottom to the top, you had to
You know the Dream House.
And actually, that's a funny analogy, because that's kind of how the mountain thing was set up. It literally has like an elevator that goes up and down and like a little track. And so I wanted to make sure that stuff was like functional. So I helped him with that. But like the nature of Minecraft, of course, is sort of to build your own thing anyway. So those Lego Minecraft sets are sort of, I think, designed that way, that they can just kind of, they're very simple bricks for the most part, and you can kind of build them just like you would in Minecraft to just make whatever you want. So they're perfect for him. That's right up his alley.
Very blocky construction style.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he just likes the characters anyway. So
Yep.
Very good. Well, hey, let's, I think we're actually like pulling into a close here. We had such an extra long one last week. I thought maybe we could.
I did not make progress.
You did
I'll
not
give
make
you
progress.
I'll give you guys a preview of where I'm heading next now that I have the structure down.
Oh, yes, please.
So you guys can expect a lot of Bionicle to get wrapped around this, but like I said, offset so you can still see the interior.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
So yeah. I felt like I gotta use Bionicle pieces in an interesting way because the GWP is not satisfying all the fans.
Does it ever?
I mean, it was kind of a cop out.
No, I am not saying anything on that either way. I'm just saying, does it ever though?
Yeah, no, it
though?
wouldn't. Definitely not. Definitely not.
Okay, well, I think maybe before we head out, it's time for favorite minifigs, or highlighted minifigs, I should say, maybe. Is anybody ready for this particular thing?
I can be.
Kara, are you? It looks like
Always.
Okay.
I can't remember if I've shown this before. So this is another favorite fidget toy kind of thing. It's it's that gyroscope thing that, you know, send astronauts through so they don't.
Oh, cool.
They learn how to not get sick. Got fun function with the splat gears.
That's awesome.
It's in that Friends NASA set, which is just endlessly entertaining.
Well, I have to say, I'm getting nauseous just looking at that.
Yeah,
Well,
but
what fun.
it's just fun to play with.
Very good. All right, Holly.
Well, I got distracted. I was gonna bust open one of the CMFs because I just got my collection of CMFs in. But
Oh, very good.
this guy's on hand, and we were showing him off last week. So
Oh yeah, we have one of those. Those are so
pretty good
cool.
one.
Those are some of my favorite big figs. Like
Yep.
they're just so good. We used one in our piece that's at Lego House. He's in there.
Yeah.
He ended up being our
Hephaestus.
Hephaestus. Yeah. That's awesome.
They're so cool.
Very good. All right, Moto.
Made for D&D, am I wrong?
Oh, yes.
This is a lovely sig fig build that I got at a convention. I can't remember who it was, but
That's great.
Makes me think of a Dalek.
It's
Yeah.
kind of Dalek. It's kind of Robbie the Robot. It's kind of the
But if you
one
look,
from
they
Lost in
managed
Space.
to. It has a click it on top, which I think is the great
Uh-huh.
signature piece.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
it's amazing.
Go.
Oh, Frozen.
All right. Very cool. Right, hang on a second before we get
All right,
we get
we'll
into
get-
this.
hey,
I need
Clicky,
to
you
get
wanna help us
everything
out?
ready.
Well, I can start by showing you far away here. When I was going through my Technic sort of dream house here, this is a Geneva drive. It can rotate 90 degrees at a time.
Oh wow.
Every time
Okay.
it turns around, it rotates the mechanism 90 degrees. And we're going to use that in our new piece. And
Nice.
oh, where is he? There. The wizard.
Very cool.
Nice. And I have got the yes, Magisto. Exactly right. Fourth World Adam. I have the minifigure that started it all, arguably.
Yeah,
Could
our
also
very
be the other.
first, one of our first minifigs.
Yep, and that is the Wolverine from the X-Men versus the Sentinel. Started it all. And look what it led to.
Yeah. That's not. Is that the set that had the Deadpool in it?
No, it did
that was
not.
the chopper.
Okay.
The chopper
It,
one.
it had Storm, right?
It had Storm, Cyclops, Professor X, and no, not Professor X. I'm sorry, and
Villain.
Magneto.
Magneto.
Yes, very good. Which I gotta say, I've so I belong to this group, and I highly recommend if you have things to get rid of. So apparently there are on Facebook, there are these groups that are like no buy groups where you basically just trade stuff with people in your neighborhood, and it's set up by neighborhood. I recently joined the one for hours and got rid of some stuff that we've been needing to get rid of. And I ended up finding this guy in my neighborhood who was getting rid of a bunch of graphic novels and like entire runs of like a full story. And so I brought those home, and there's been some, I mean, it's just been really, really cool. There's some really cool stuff in there. But I did want to share, just because art is cool and I love sharing art, I want to show this one thing our friend brought to us. Hold on.
Here's while he finds that. Here's another version of a Geneva drive. A little chunkier. Just turns 90 degrees.
That's cool.
I didn't invent the mechanism, but I'm going to be using Geneva drives in our piece coming up. Modified, probably.
Okay, so I'm a huge Alan Moore fan. So if you have read Watchmen or anything like this, now this is like, it's funny because this comic is actually 20 years old, but I've never heard of it until my friend brought these over. But this is stunning. You got to see this artwork. It's not obviously Alan Moore did do the drawings, but he did work on the story, and that is.
Oh wow! Ha!
It's really, really fantastic with really incredible art. And there's 3 of these hardback, like beautiful hardback books with just incredible drawings. So. And it's extremely, extremely esoteric. Like it is like
Lots
full
of
on
magic and mythology, right?
Yeah, Moto. I think I know you like Alan Moore, so you may Promethea. You may find this interesting. So yeah, really. Woo!
Fourth World Adam is familiar.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, as soon as I saw that cover art, I was like, oh yes.
What was the era? Like, when was that released?
Well, this says it's the 20th anniversary edition. So I would imagine. Let me see. Let's see if it says in the beginning.
One more page, maybe. There we go.
Well, this was published in 2019, and it would have been 20 years old then.
1999.
Yep, 1999 is the first copyright on that. So there you go. I haven't read. You read the first issue. What did you think?
I love it. I love it. It just draws from so much familiar mythology and magical traditions there, and of course has a really strong female protagonist.
Looks really cool. So excited for that. And yeah, and I got a bunch of other ones too. One called Powers that looks really cool. So yeah, give stuff away, get stuff in. I love that. I love trading. It makes me very happy. I love that much more than the exchange of money.
Yeah.
There's something nice about it. So, anywho.
Well, you've been a champion of Lego trading.
No.
Yes, I'm super into all of that. Well, and especially this is nice because I may not have a use for this thing anymore, but somebody might, and why just throw it in the garbage when somebody might be able to get use out of it, in my opinion.
What is going on there, Holly?
We've got
something inside.
We've got a guitar pick in the guitar situation.
I've had that happen. I've had that happen for real.
Oh, it's a forceps.
There he
Oh
goes.
my goodness.
It's a hemostat. Can I hand the hemostat over?
Wait, this way. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you, everybody.
What a fun romp.
Yeah, it was a fun one today. Don't forget, again, next week we're going to have our build along the, I guess what you would call it, the Creator 3-in-1 Birdhouse build along show. I'm already thinking how I'm going to make the thumbnail for this. So please do join us. Go ahead and grab up that, get that set this week so you have it all ready and decide which build you're going to do.
And build with us.
I'm going to promote, let's have the pieces organized before we go on air.
Oh, I'll buy that.
I'm going to promote
Or-
this. I mean, not for everybody, but for us. For sure.
Not for me.
No, for
I'm just going to
everybody.
go straight at it.
All right. Very good. I love that hooded one. Yes, a new section for the show. What are you reading? That's a good one. Very good. So I hope that you have a really great rest of your weekend. Have a terrific week. We are going to be back next week with a fun build along, something we haven't really done in a really long time. So looking forward to that. All right, everybody. And until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear your mask, get your vaccines, do all the things. And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Happy building.
Birdhouse.